Listen, listen. Before you get started on your project, I just want to show you this technique. Listen, I know you've seen it 1,000 times. You've seen all the top dogs doing it. But I want to make sure you doing it before you get started with your project. Come on. Let's go.
Everything to be an underground king, underground king. I sacrifice everything to be an underground king.
So if you decided to go ahead and do an overall paint job on your vehicle, overall paint job, not whatever I just said. If you decided to do an overall paint job on your vehicle and you got a light color, what you can do to find your low spots or your high spots is first, before even getting ready to do any sanding on your vehicle, grab you some flat black, rattle can, spray can, black, flat black. And what you can do is give it a good shake and use this as a guide coat to find your lows and your highs. Before you even start sanding your vehicle, to start prepping it up for what might be good and ready for paint or what might not be, and you got to do some body work. So let me show you. You don't have to put a lot on. You want that flat black just because you don't want something that's going to shine or have a little gloss when you start sanding it and then start clogging up your sandpaper. You don't have to put it on real heavy, but you want to get it on so you can see what you're working with. So now that we got that on, we're going to let it dry. Then we're going to come back and we're going to sand this panel, and then we're going to see if we got any low spots, high spots, or what we got going on this panel alone. So let's let it dry up. All right, so now that we got the guide coat dry on the panel, got some sandpaper here, some 320. Let me show you guys. So if you can see that, got some 320. Got my Palm DA sander. And all I'm going to do is go over the panel. I'm going to try to keep it flat and go over the surface and just kind of like go over the curves. Don't want to dig in too much to where you start taking it down to bare metal. So just try to go over the curves and keep it as flat as possible so it can show me where my low spots is or high spots if I have any. So got my mask on. I'm gonna show you what we got going on. So I don't know. All right, so I don't know if you can see that, but, and I'm gonna show you a close-up, but you can see here's a spot here. Also has a spot here and a spot here. So once I went over the panel and I couldn't hit these spots because they're low spots. So the guide coat sat in those spots and then they stood out after I sanded the panel to show me where the low spots are. So now I know to correct these areas with, you know, filler, glaze, whatever I choose to fix these spots in the panel. So let me finish going over this whole panel, and then I'll show you guys what I got left. All right, so now that I got the panel sanded, and for some strange reason I got a spider crawling over the panel, but let's get back to this. You can see that spot there. We have another spot here. Come down. Another spot there. One more there that we showed you before. And two spots there. So before, you couldn't see those spots. And it looked like a pretty straight panel. But now, with the guide coat, it's showing you where those spots aren't so straight and need a little attention. That way, when you fix those spots and you get to the point of being able to lay base and clear, those spots don't jump out in your finished product. So those are the benefits of using a guide coat before you even start. All right, kings and queens, so hopefully showing you this technique of using some flat black rattle can shows you how to find all your high and low spots and be able to correct those spots. That way you can move on to the next step of possibly getting to some primer, then maybe some base and some clear, so that you can get this thing straight as an arrow and being able to be done with the project and see the finished product. So hopefully, I hope this video helps one of you guys out. And listen, just another quick one for you from your boy the UP King. And as you know, we out.
It's everything.